Ladies and gentlemen, behind every strong king, there's often a quiet supporter, someone who believes in him, cheers for him, and reminds him that strength begins at home. For King Frederik X of Denmark, that supporter is none other than his daughter, Princess Isabella. The world may see her as the poised young royal stepping into adulthood, but to her father, she's something far more precious, his biggest cheerleader. Let's step back for a moment and see who Princess Isabella truly is. Born on April 21, 2007, in Copenhagen, she is the second child of King Frederik and Queen Mary of Denmark. She grew up surrounded by both royal tradition and the warmth of a very close-knit family. From the very beginning, Isabella stood out, not just as a princess, but as a young girl full of energy, humor, and heart. She's part of that next generation of royals who balance school life, public duties, and being, well, a normal teenager. She began at Tranegårdsskolen in Gentofte, yes, a public school, just like her brother, Crown Prince Christian. And like any adventurous family, the royal couple sent their children to Switzerland for a short study stay, before bringing them home during the pandemic. But here's where Isabella's story takes an unexpected turn. When she was set to attend her Lofskole, a historic Danish school, her parents made the bold choice to withdraw her. Reports had surfaced about bullying and misconduct at the school, and King Frederik and Queen Mary stood firm. Their message was clear: no royal title is worth more than a child's well-being. Isabella's next step: a fresh start at Øregård Gymnasium, the same school her father once attended. And that decision marked more than a change in schools. It symbolized a family that values integrity over image, a father who leads with heart, and a daughter who quietly learns from him. Now, imagine this: the crowds are cheering, cameras flashing, and the future King of Denmark is running the grueling KMD Ironman race in Copenhagen. It's tough, it's long, and it's testing every muscle in his body. But somewhere in that sea of people, a young girl's voice cuts through the noise. It's Isabella. And she's cheering for her father, not as a royal, but as his daughter. Her voice, her smile, her energy, it's all for him. In that moment, she's not a princess. She's just a little girl who adores her dad. And that simple, heartfelt moment captured Denmark's heart. The Danish media later called her Frederik's biggest cheerleader. But this isn't just about a fun family memory. It's about something deeper, the kind of bond that reveals who these royals really are behind palace walls. Isabella isn't just growing up under the shadow of a crown, she's growing alongside it. Her support for her father reflects a new kind of royalty, warm, real, and rooted in love. Think about it: when King Frederik and Queen Mary took on their new roles earlier this year, Isabella didn't fade quietly into the background. She stood tall, poised beside them, with the confidence of someone who knows that her family's story is part of Denmark's story. Now, as she turns 18, the young princess steps into a new chapter of her life, and the world is watching. Her official portraits, her poised demeanor, even her subtle smile, all tell the story of a young woman who's ready to embrace her place in history, in her own authentic way. One detail in her recent portraits caught everyone's attention: she held her phone in her hand. A small thing, yes, but a powerful statement. It showed that she's part of a generation that blends tradition with modern life. She's royal, yet relatable. Regal, yet refreshingly real. You see, Isabella's story isn't just about a princess, it's about the relationship between a father and a daughter. It's about how love, encouragement, and shared moments, like that Ironman race, shape the next generation of leaders. And when people call her her father's biggest cheerleader, they're not wrong. Because every time King Frederik steps onto the public stage, he carries with him the quiet strength of knowing his family, especially Isabella, is right there with him. So, the next time you see a royal family standing on a balcony, waving to the crowd, look a little closer. Behind the elegance, there's a story of love and loyalty that keeps the monarchy alive. Princess Isabella may not wear the crown, but she carries something even more powerful, a spirit of support that every father dreams of having from his daughter. And as Denmark moves forward under King Frederik's reign, one thing is certain: his biggest cheerleader will always be right by his side. Because sometimes, the strength of a kingdom begins with the love of a daughter. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.